Hello, my friends. I want to start out by apologizing if the lighting is off a little bit. I was trying to set my station up and I knocked over one of my lamps, and now I can't get the light bulb out of the lamp. So anyway, such is life, right? It is, tonight is Friday night, and I am planning in my, my Plum paper, my home journal. And this is for the December monthly highlights. And I am trying out a new sticker shop. It's new to me, and it's called Ever-Changing Plans. And when I saw this, I just thought it was so pretty, so cute. So we are going to be planning with this. So let's get started. You know, it's funny because each sticker shop does things differently. The last time I did it, it was a full sheet. And a lot of these will just sell you the stickers, the circles for your goals. Oh, it comes up easy, so that's good. I've noticed that some stickers are a little harder to pull up from Plum paper. Not so much this, but, you know, when you get into the book. And I like these. Look at these. They've got ornaments on them, and they actually have lines. So this is really nice. I know Black Friday's coming up, so I'm sure a lot of these sticker shops will be having really good sales. So we're going to have to be watching out for those. No. I think that one was off a little bit. Let me see. Oh yeah, it pulls up real easy. Oh, it tore just a little bit, but that's okay. So I was telling my sons this evening a story about when I was younger. When I was we lived a pretty sheltered life. My parents were very strict with us, and I'm grateful for that. But we were good kids overall, you know. Just got in a little bit of mischief here and there, but for the most part, we were good. And when I was in 7th grade, I think it was, my school, back then, schools used to do, I didn't set this up right. Schools used to have like student exchange trips. So you would go to a school in a different state for 2 weeks, and then say 6 months later or 5 months later, that school would come to you and families would host the kids. So my counselor knew how sheltered we were. I have to pull this one up. Knew how sheltered we were, and I just loved him. His name was Mr. Ranshaw, and he told me, he said, you know, he told me about the trip, that it was coming up, and I really wanted to go, but I knew, because my parents are so strict, that there was no way they were going to let me go. So Mr. Ranshaw, and the school was paying for me to go, which was incredible. So Mr. Ranshaw got the principal, and they came to my house, and they begged my parents to let me go on this trip. And can you imagine, they paid for my entire trip. They paid for my airfare, all of my costs. I mean, my parents did give me some money for spending money, but they pretty much bought my lunches. They did everything. So anyway, when I was there, I had such a great time. It was a tiny little town called Pryor, Oklahoma. And actually, the girl whose family hosted me, she and I reconnected on Instagram a while back. But prior to that, I connected with her sister on Facebook. And her mom and dad, their names were Pat and Dawn. They were the loveliest family you could ever imagine. And they made me feel so welcome. I mean, I was homesick, because that technically was the first time I had ever been away from my family. And this kid is coming out so pretty. Anyway, so it was the first time that I was away from my family. And, you know, it was so nice. Their grandmother lived on a lake. So they had taken me paddle boating on the lake. Even though I don't know how to swim, I thought, I did not know when an opportunity like that was ever going to happen. So I decided that I was going to take full advantage of everything that they were going to show me. And besides that, the school, you know, they picked us up on a school bus. And when I was, you know, given the opportunity to go on this trip, my parents told the counselor, and my father was very strict. My father told the counselor, he said, you better keep an eye on her. You know, not because he thought I was going to get in trouble, but because he was terrified, you know, of having his middle child, his youngest daughter, going away to an area that he's never been to, you know, and staying at people's houses that he doesn't know. So anyway, he told them, he said, you better keep an eye on her. And as soon as I got off the bus, you know, from the airport, there was a man who greeted me. I'll never forget him. His name was Mr. McLeod. He greeted me and he told me, he said, I have been assigned to take care of you. And that man, every single day, checked on me, made sure I was okay. And the bus driver, his name was Lonnie. And, you know, it's incredible how when you're younger, you just remember these people who care for you or just go that extra mile to take care of you. Anyway, Lonnie, the bus driver, even was watching out for me, making sure that I was happy and that everything was okay with me. So anyway, it was just such a wonderful trip. Like I said, they took me paddle boating and we went fishing. For the first time, I had never gone fishing. They taught me how to use, and it was so gross, to use blood bait. But I did it. I put it on the lure and, or the hook, and I caught catfish actually. And we had that for dinner that night. So it was so exciting to be able to catch my dinner and then have them fry it up. And, you know, it's funny because my mom always cooked and we never, ever went out to dinner. It was just not something that we would do. And so when I was there, you know, the mom would cook and she'd make stuff that I had never seen. And there was one product, when I came home, I could not wait to tell my mother about it because I thought it was genius. And it was hamburger helper. And I thought, and it was like the lasagna style hamburger helper. And I told my mom, I was like, oh my gosh, we have to go to the grocery store. We have to find this product. And back then I didn't know what the product was. So I had to explain to the grocer what it was. And he told me, and I was like, we have to have it. And we took it back home. And, you know, my mom is a home cook. And my mom's like, no, we're not bringing this back in the house ever again and stuff. But it was funny because first time I'd ever seen anybody heat up a donut. And I was like, what? Why would you heat up a donut? But it was delicious. I can't complain. But it was just such a fun trip. It was 2 weeks long and they took us every single day. We met up at their school. And back then they had one school and it was, I believe it was 2 levels. And like the elementary and the middle school age kids were on the bottom level. And then up top was the high school kids. However, when we got there, they had just built a brand new high school. And it really was a beautiful school. And we were on our road trips every day. They would take us, you know, to see museums and schools and just all kinds of stuff. And while we were riding around, they had us learn the song Oklahoma. And I believe just before we left, they had us perform on the steps of the school the song Oklahoma to the students. So it was such a lovely trip. It really was. And I don't think schools do that anymore. Like, I work for the school system, and I know our school system doesn't do it. But I just thought, you know, what a wonderful experience for somebody who, like me, was so sheltered to be able to experience something. And I will be forever grateful to Mr. Rancho. I'm sure at this point he's probably not living anymore, but forever grateful that he saw something in me and needed to, you know, to get me out there and expose me to something new. And from then on, I was like, I always loved to travel, but from then on, that's all I want to do is travel. That's why, I mean, I work to pay bills, but I do love to save my money so that I can travel. Anyway, so this is the setup. Let me see what else I can do. I've got 2 things here and 2 here. So what we'll do is, I'm trying to think what headers we want. Birthdays, events, to do, bill due, important work, school appointments. I'm trying to think, December, do we even have a lot of appointments? Oh, we do have a lot of stuff. Do we have any appointments? No. How about we'll do things to remember, because I know some things, there are things that are going on. We'll put that there, things to remember. And then right next to it is important, because it might be the same things. I mean, you know, an extension of the things that I need to remember. December, we really don't have any things to do. No birthdays in December. Events, well, of course, the holidays. How about, I'll just use this month. You know, what's going on for this month, or, you know, the upcoming month, December. And then bills due. There's always bills due. Let's put maybe appointments and then next month. This is so nice because I can use these on my other, you know, for the weeks. Okay, so this will be next month. Oh, that's not straight. And then appointments. I think we do have maybe dentist or doctor appointments. Okay, and I think, honestly, I think that's it. I really like the way that this turned out. Again, this is ever-changing plans, and here was the sheet. So it came out with 2 washi, the 3 goals, some appointments, and then some markers and decoration, little flags. And then we've got some scripts here, and then the headers. So there you go. This is for December in my Plum paper monthly, and mine is the vertical spread. So if you're looking, if you're interested in something like that, I know I had shown it to my sister. She really liked it a lot, and I told her, you know, you can personalize things. So I put here focus, inspiration, and notes. That is something that I had put there that I chose, and they give you options to choose it. And then up here I did priorities, my 2-minute tasks, and then down here, of course, this is the whole reason why I chose this setup, was because of the dinners down here. I really like that a lot. And then sometimes in these little areas I just write little notes, or maybe like stuff that I need to pick up from the grocery store, or when I'm out, you know, I want to run out and pick some stuff up shopping or at the drugstore or whatever. So anyway, there you go. There is my December monthly highlights for my Plum paper, and I hope you enjoyed my story, and I will see you guys soon. Bye-bye. Hi, my friends. After I recorded this video, I decided to add a couple of things, so I wanted to show you what they are. I have these stickers. They're from Stickabilities, and I had picked them up from Hobby Lobby. So I added them to the top, and since it's December and it's the holidays, I thought it would be appropriate to put in hope, love, and praise. And then, as you saw in the video, I added these things to remember important this month, appointments the next month. And then over here, I just added a little cross, and I did have add these headers: birthdays, work, school, because I remembered I do, and I'm so bad. I remember that I have a couple of friends and a cousin whose birthdays are coming up in December. And then work and school, since I work in education, I thought that was appropriate. And then, of course, this huge list for bills. Hopefully that list will shrink down to this. So anyway, here you go. This is what I had done, and I just wanted to show you the few changes that I had made. Thank you.